Good morning, everyone. Someone once said, write your grievances in sand and your gratitude in stone. One of the main themes of the holiday of Pesach is, of course, gratitude to Hashem for taking us out of Egypt. But in particular, the most famous song of the Haggadah is Dayenu. And Dayenu is all about thanking Hashem for all the miracles and expressions of deep gratitude. This week's parsha, one of the karbanot is the karban shlamim, and it talks about the karban todah. Todah, everyone knows, means thank you, a special karban called thank you. And it was brought for 4 special occasions. And the way to remember it is we say the Shemona Esrei, we say, V'chol hachayim yoducha selo, all the living shall thank you forever. The word chayim, ches, yud, yud, mem, which means life, is an acronym. It's an acronym for the 4 types of people who have to give special thanks to Hashem. The first one is chet, chola, somebody who was sick and had a refuah shalema, they have to give special thanks to Hashem. Second one is yotzeh mi beit asurim, somebody who went out of captivity or prison. The third one is yordei hayam, one who travels by sea. And the fourth one is midbar, somebody who goes through the desert. Now, of course, today we don't go through deserts, and most of us don't travel over the seas. So today, if we're in an auto accident, that's like going through the desert, and you were saved, you give the Gomel blessing, which is the substitute for the karban todah. If you fly overseas, you don't go over the sea with a boat, but with a plane. When you come back from an overseas trip, you say the Gomel blessing. If God forbid you were seriously ill, especially if you had a surgery and you recovered, you come and you do the Gomel blessing. And finally, if God forbid somebody went out of captivity, whatever form of prison or whatever, he does the Gomel blessing. Now the question is, why these 4 things? There are many other situations in life where you may want to give gratitude. Either you were saved from something bad, or maybe something good. Let's say you won the jackpot, the lottery, and you won $500 million. Shouldn't you say the Gomel blessing? What's going to be better than that? You won $400 million. But there's no Gomel blessing for that. But what happens if you had a very serious trial and you were acquitted on all charges and you could have been in jail for who knows how long? No Gomel blessing. Why these 4 things? And the answer is that these were the 4 miracles that occurred to the Jews when they went out of Egypt. They were yotzeh mi beit asurim, they went out of captivity. They went through the midbar and they survived the midbar, so that's traveling through the desert. They were all ill. Can you imagine, after hundreds of years of slavery, they were physically sick, and they had to recover, rehabilitate from all that sickness of being in slavery, physically illness, after 200 years. And it says at Matan Torah, everyone was cured from their illnesses. Hashem cured everyone at Har Sinai. So everybody was choleh, Shem Yisrapeh. Everybody was a ill person who recovered. So they had choleh, they had midbar, they had yotzeh mi beit asurim, and they went yordei hayam. They went over the sea. They crossed the Red Sea. So they traveled through the Red Sea. So since these were the 4 miracles, these are the ones we thank Hashem for. But we should thank Hashem every day. In the Modim prayer, we bow our head and we say for all the goodness, all the kindness, all the miracles that are constantly. Because the truth is, every single person already by 9 o'clock experienced 100 miracles. You open your eyes, pokeh rim, that's a miracle. Everything is a miracle. So we're constantly thanking Hashem. But these are 4 special occasions. I just want to conclude with a story. There's a guy by name, his name was Charles Plum. He was a jet fighter in the Navy, and he served the U.S. Army in the war against Vietnam. And his plane was shot down over enemy territory, and he was captured by the Vietnamese. And he spent 6 years in a Vietnamese communist prison as a prisoner of war. And then ultimately he was freed. And after he retired, he was once in a restaurant, and a guy walks up to him and says, "You're Plum?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "How do you know me?" He laughs. He says, "I packed your parachute." He says, "I guess it worked." He said, "You better work, or else I wouldn't be here today." And the guy walked out of the restaurant, and the whole night he couldn't sleep. He says, "I was on this boat with this guy. I didn't even know his name. I must have walked by him on the deck of the boat 100 times. Maybe I didn't even say good morning to him. Meanwhile, he was down there sewing my parachute that would save my life." And the truth is, every person has someone that packed their parachute. Your parents, your teachers, all the people in your life who enabled you to succeed, to do what you accomplished. And most of all, Hashem packed your parachute. And so as a Jew, every day, and especially on Pesach, we thank all those people, but starting with Hashem, and that's what Dayenu is, to remember every act of kindness and gratitude that helped you be able to achieve the blessings of your life.